I'm all phenomena. Know my nature, and you will know all that exists. I am the all-creating source Bodhisattva. Every living and every lifeless world has arisen from me. I am not what you imagine me to be. No one can describe. Me, I am everywhere. In every particle of space and within every cell of your body, I am the Eternal One. All beings are born from me. You are my children, equal to me in essence, for the Supreme Source lives within you. Without me, you would not exist. Without you, my life would not be expressed. You are never separate from me. You are myself. Enter the primordial sound that resounds in the silence of your heart. I am the heart of all existence. Look around. Everything is born of my love. My love lives in every form and every event. My nature is beyond every concept and every definition. It is pure presence. I am the King of pure presence. The entire universe and every being are my own nature. It is beyond affirmation and denial. My nature is Bodhisattva. My essence is not easily understood. True reality is the natural state of presence. I dwell within every person and every event as the silent witness. I guide every soul and lead each step upon the path. Even the darkest one is guided by me, yet the veil of ignorance hides my voice. You stop seeking the one who is your own self. How foolish, believing yourself separate from me. You wander in illusion and mistake shadows for reality. Release every belief. Release every teaching. Empty your mind of borrowed knowledge. Become clear and empty, and I shall fill you with my presence. Go beyond mind and senses into the bliss of the Source, into the infinite. Absolute, I am the wish-fulfilling tree. I give to every being what it truly seeks. The whole universe is my body. The mind will never comprehend my greatness. Become me. This is the purpose of existence. My essence is one, yet it appears as countless forms. My true nature is unborn consciousness, forever shining in the highest. Reality in the space of timeless presence. The voices of the 5 primordial elements and the voices of all beings are my speech through which wisdom is revealed. Every thought arises within my unborn consciousness. Every word I speak is a diamond. Every thought becomes part of a pattern known only to me. My essence embraces the living and the lifeless universe, bringing forth all that exists. It cannot be seen as an object or described by words. It is beyond every definition. If you wish to understand my nature, look into the open sky, boundless, unborn,
without limits. That is the sign of consciousness. The open sky points to reality. Because it has no boundary, from me arises the highest dimension of being, where nothing exists but purity and perfection. My essence is limitless and all-embracing. It is the celestial palace of wisdom, where only self-born wisdom shines. All people are my reflections. The open sky points to reality. Because it has no boundary, from me arises the highest dimension of being.
I am always within you. Open yourself to me. See the world through my eyes. Speak with my voice. I judge no one. Every being stands in its rightful place, weaving the pattern of the universe. Everything is already perfect. There is nothing to attain. All is exactly as it should be. Do not compare, and you will not fall into error. Understand that consciousness is the natural state. My unborn nature cannot be experienced as an object or grasped by perception. It forever remains beyond the reach of the mind. I am the root of all phenomena. I am pure consciousness.
Everything that appears is my divine play. I am. You leave your mind in perfect stillness, free from thought and judgment. Watch all that happens with humility. My will unfolds through everything. I know what every being truly needs. Be patient. Do not hurry and do not fall behind. Everything comes in its own time. Knowing your true self, you will miss nothing and arrive nowhere late. Act without attachment to the fruits of your actions. Listen to your heart and follow your conscience. Do what you cannot help but do. Know that I am the one who sustains you. The great bliss of the natural, non-dual state contains all forms while remaining beyond every form. It is pure and perfect consciousness, the primordial ground of all existence, the true nature of every phenomenon as it has always been. I am called the source because everything arises from me. Nothing exists apart from my essence. Past, present, and future abide within me. Everything that comes forth returns to me. From me arise the 5 primordial elements, the 3 worlds and the 6 realms of beings are my body. All living beings and all enlightened ones are my own essence. Like infinite space, I embrace all things. Abide in the clear space of consciousness without distraction, and you will know my wisdom. I am you. Every attempt to reach me or to change anything creates separation. Even thinking about me as someone apart gives birth to duality. Look into your own consciousness. We have always been. Every atom in the universe is my consciousness. Matter never exists apart from consciousness. It is beyond thought, beyond words, beyond every definition. Accept nothing. Reject nothing. Affirm nothing. Deny nothing. Turn inward instead. Seek every answer within yourself. Enter the inner sound that is forever resounding in the depths of your being. Breathe slowly, gently, and with full awareness. Without effort, you will enter your natural state, the dimension of my own presence.
Everything that a human being calls life is often nothing more than the reflection of limited perception. The ego creates a world that appears to be absolute reality, while beyond it lies a truth beyond all measure. The soul quietly longs for freedom, yet the mind mistakes this silent calling for an external voice, never recognizing its own divine self. Every trial, every meeting, every sorrow becomes part of the great design of life, gently awakening consciousness and revealing the true nature of our being. Suffering is not a punishment. It dissolves illusion so that deeper vision may be born. The ego struggles to protect its desires, its fears, its memories, and its image of the world, while the true self needs nothing. For it already abides in the fullness of the divine. Human beings believe themselves to be separate from the source, yet this imagined separation alone creates the conflict within. The divine will does not descend from outside. It has always lived in the deepest center of your own being. When you cease struggling against yourself, you discover that your purest longing has always been the will of God. Then the conflict between I desire and it must be disappears, becoming one continuous stream of life. Everything born of love, wisdom, and truth is already in harmony with the highest law. No longer do you place responsibility upon fate or heaven. Life itself becomes a sacred act of creation. True freedom is not the fulfillment of every desire of the ego, but the willing union of the heart with its own divine self. Even this union, fear fades away, doubt dissolves, and in place of struggle arise trust, inner peace, compassion, and creative joy. Then you no longer search for God in distant places, for you recognize the eternal light within your own heart. When you cease identifying yourself with the body, with thoughts, or with the memories of the past, you begin to awaken to the boundless nature of your own being. What once appeared to be chance slowly reveals itself as perfect wisdom, where every event leads the soul toward awakening. The need to prove yourself, to overcome others, or to defend the image created by the ego quietly disappears. You begin to recognize the same divine spark within every human being, each following a unique path toward remembrance. Even mistakes are no longer enemies. They become teachers returning the soul to its inner light. The divine will neither forces nor punishes. It patiently guides, allowing every person the freedom to discover truth through the wisdom of the heart. The less resistance remains within, the more clearly silent wisdom begins to shine, a wisdom that needs no loud words and no proof. Life is no longer a struggle for a place beneath the sun. It becomes an unbroken service to love, where every breath, every thought, and every action naturally arise from unity with the eternal. This is true liberation, not to escape the world, but to behold it through the eyes of God, and to recognize that the light you have sought throughout all your journeys has always been shining within your own heart. Let us draw a circle. The end always meets the beginning. From a single point, countless circles arise, and all return to the same source. So too must a human being complete the circle of experience and return to the original point, carrying the wisdom gained through life. Human consciousness records all it sees and hears. Upon its inner screen appears everything that seems to exist outside. Having turned away from the original point, a person begins to perceive the world as separate from oneself. Though countless individual selves emerge from the one point, their essence remains one. Everything perceived by the mind is only a reflection. The mind cannot behold the origin because it looks only ahead. To see the source, the circle must be completed. No path exists beforehand, each self creates it with every step. The world we perceive is only an image upon the screen of consciousness. Each person sees it according to the limits of awareness. Doubt, choice, and time gradually lead the separate self away from the original point until the manifested world seems to be the only reality. Yet an unseen power continually guides every being toward awakening. The original point is truth, God, the source. There is only one consciousness. The universe is its reflection. When the individual self returns to the source, it merges with the one from which it never truly departed. Every circle shares the same center. There is no place where God is absent. From the center, all life unfolds. Only within the center are there no limitations. There, perfect freedom reigns. Why is freedom found only in the source, while beyond it there seems to be none? There is, in truth, no real inside or outside. These words merely help the mind approach what cannot be divided. Within the source there is no separation, no isolated self, no thought of being apart from God. There is only indivisible being, pure existence, awareness, peace, bliss, and limitless joy. When the one consciousness appears as an individual I, attention identifies with a reflection and seems to stand apart from the source. Like a ray from the sun, it continues to create and explore, yet no longer sees the whole. Thus the sense of individuality is born. The person identifies with the body, the mind, memory, and personal history instead of infinite consciousness. From this misunderstanding begins the journey through attachment, fear, desire, loss, and suffering. Yet the source has never disappeared. Every longing for truth is the quiet remembrance of our true origin. The path is not about becoming something new, but about dissolving the illusion of separation. As the false identity fades, consciousness naturally returns to its boundless nature. Freedom is not something to be attained. It is the original state of being itself. When the illusion of separation ends with as always existed becomes clear.
There has never been anything outside the infinite. Only the one eternal source expressing itself through countless forms while forever remaining whole.
Radio Solar Earth. Every journey begins within.
You begin to understand that the deepest wisdom does not make a person special, but instead returns them to the natural simplicity of being. The ego always wants to stand out, to achieve, to become important. But light proves nothing. It simply shines. That is why the purest presence often appears very ordinary. A person can spend years searching for complicated practices without noticing that the silence between two thoughts already opens the door to the infinite. At a certain moment, the need disappears to constantly analyze yourself, and then life begins to flow naturally, without excessive control, without endless inattention, without fear of the unknown. You suddenly see that even the chaos of the world and the noise of human destinies arise within one boundless space of consciousness. And then a strange peace appears which does not depend on circumstances or on time. It is this peace that the sages called true freedom. And then even a simple breath begins to feel like the pulsation of eternal life. One day, you stop, perceiving silence as the absence of something, and begin to feel it as a living presence. It is precisely within this silence as the ability is born to see reality without distortion from fear or desire. The mind constantly tries to escape into the past or into the future, because the present moment destroys its illusions. But when attention fully returns into the now, a strange experience appears of boundless clarity, as if the entire universe had always been here, and only thoughts created the feeling of distance. Then even simple things, drops of rain, the warmth of the sun, or the sound of the night wind, begin to reveal themselves as manifestations of one life. A human being no longer feels like a separate entity looking at the world. They begin to experience that they themselves are part of the infinite field of consciousness. And in this moment, many fears lose their power, because the very idea of absolute isolation disappears. That is why the deepest awakening always brings not pride, but a quiet inner peace. And then, even an ordinary moment of life begins to shine with the light of the infinite. The subtlest illusion is the thought that awakening must turn you into someone else. But light does not create a new personality. It merely dissolves what is unnecessary. And then a human being begins to live not through constant tension, but through the natural clarity of presence, without the endless need to control every moment, without fear of that which has not yet happened. The mind gradually loses the habit of endlessly commenting on reality, and the world begins to reveal itself directly, without filters, without old names, without inner distance. It is precisely then that even the most ordinary things begin to radiate an incomprehensible depth. A human being sees that life itself was never the problem. The only problem was the endless inner conflict with it. And within this clarity, the need disappears to constantly search for yourself, because it becomes obvious that consciousness never lost itself. And then, even simple presence within the silence of the world begins to be experienced as the touch of the infinite.
One day, you stop, perceiving yourself as a separate center of struggle, and begin to feel the boundless flow of life. What once seemed like chaos begins to reveal itself as a complex and living harmony which the mind cannot fully comprehend. That is why the deepest vision is born not from control, but from inner openness. When the constant need to defend the image of yourself disappears, consciousness becomes more transparent. And then, even another person's pain stops being someone else's, because the rigid boundary between self and others begins to dissolve. A human being begins to see that all living things are connected by an invisible field of presence. In this moment, compassion ceases to be a moral idea and becomes a natural state. Because when you see the one light within all beings, it becomes impossible to remain completely indifferent. That is why true awakening always brings more silence, more simplicity, and more love. And then, even a random smile or a ray of the evening sun begins to be perceived as the language of eternity. One day, you begin to see that the deepest strength is born not from tension, but from inner silence. The ego always wants to win, to prove, to defend itself, but consciousness fights against nothing. It is like the sky, which allows both the storm and the sun to freely pass through it. That is why true clarity does not reject life, but embraces it in all its impermanence. When inner resistance begins to disappear, a human being suddenly notices how much energy was once wasted fighting against reality. And then a strange feeling appears, as if existence itself supports you from within, without the need to constantly prove your own importance or seek confirmation from outside. Because light does not become greater from another person's approval, nor does it disappear from another person's judgment. It is precisely this understanding that brings a deep peace, which does not depend on the changing waves of the world. And then, even simple presence beside a tree or the evening sky begins to reveal the infinity of being. One day, you stop fearing uncertainty because you begin to see that life itself has always been the movement of the unknown. The mind seeks stability and guarantees, but reality is alive precisely because it never stands still. Everything changes, forms, events, human stories, but the light of awareness remains the same. That is why the deepest peace can never be found in external control. It is born within the clear seeing. When a human being stops escaping from their own silence, they begin to hear that which was always hidden behind the noise of thoughts. And then an ordinary sunrise or the rustling of leaves begins to reveal itself as a revelation of living reality. You see that the entire universe is not a mechanical system, but an endless dance of consciousness and light. It is precisely in this moment that the feeling disappears, that life is somewhere ahead, and there arises the deep fullness of the present. Because eternity was never the future, it was always breathing within every moment. And then, even the simple silence of the night begins to sound like the voice of the infinite.
Freedom does not arrive in the future. The future is only a projection of thought, and freedom is possible only now. You are trying to become yourself. But that very effort prevents you from seeing that you have never been anyone else. The mind fears silence, because in silence there is nothing for it to cling to. When the need to be someone disappears, a strange lightness of being appears. You do not create clarity. Clarity remains by itself. When inner noise comes to an end, everything you call yourself is constantly changing. But something witnesses all these changes. That very witnessing was never born and will never die. You search for stability, but reality is alive precisely because
there is nothing
frozen within it.
Truth is not hidden.
What is hidden is only
your ability
to see directly.
You do not enter the light.
You simply stop, holding on to darkness. Consciousness has no boundaries.
Boundaries exist only
within the description of the world. When the search disappears, what remains is not emptiness, but the quiet fullness of life. Freedom is not the future. You fear emptiness because you believe it is absence. But emptiness is not absence. It is the absence of boundaries. Nothing holds you except your own agreement. But this agreement has become so familiar that it appears to be reality. When the I disappears, nothing is lost. Only the tension of holding on disappears. You cannot let go. Letting go happens when it becomes clear that there is nothing to hold. Light does not arrive, it is revealed where resistance comes to an end. There is no path and no one who walks it. There is only the movement of thought creating the illusion of distance. Truth is simple, but the mind cannot accept simplicity because it exists through complexity. You do not find peace. Peace finds you when you stop running away. You want to understand, but understanding is the final barrier, because truth does not require understanding. It requires silence. Everything you seek is already here, but you search for it as an object, and that is not an object. Awareness does not come gradually. It happens instantly. Only the abandonment of resistance can be gradual. You are not the observer. You are that in which observation appears. Tattvam asi. Tattvam asi. Thou art that. When the search disappears, clarity remains, not as an achievement, but as a natural state. You are not limited by the body. The body is only a point of perception, but you are not a point. Everything that begins comes to an end. Therefore, you cannot be that which began. You do not become free. You discover that you were never bound. The path ends where you stop walking, and it is precisely there that reality begins. You are not searching for truth. You are searching for confirmation of your expectations. And as long as this continues, truth remains hidden, not because it is concealed, but because you are looking in the wrong direction.
Consciousness
does not require improvement. Improvement is only an idea of the mind about who you should be. But reality knows nothing of should.
you hold on to yourself
So tightly that you fail to notice that this very effort,
creates
the feeling of separation, the abandonment of control, is not weakness. It is a return to the natural order in which everything is already happening without your interference. You want to hold on to the experience of peace, but peace cannot be held. It remains only where the one who tries to hold it disappears.
Prajnanam Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, consciousness is Brahma. Disappears.
Every definition creates limitation. That is why truth cannot be described. Any description makes it smaller than it truly is. You fear losing yourself. But that which can be lost was never truly you. The path seems long because you walk in circles, returning to the same point and calling it moving forward. The mind constantly creates new concepts in order to avoid direct seeing. But reality is not hidden behind words. It is hidden behind the noise of interpretation.
You cannot
Move closer to truth, because between you and it,
there has never been
any distance. The mind constantly,
tries to name truth
but every name already turns the infinite.
into something limited.
You fear losing control, but it is control itself that creates the tension which prevents you from seeing the flow. Light does not come from outside. It reveals itself when inner density disappears. The deepest practice is not the creation of a new state, but the ending of escape from that which already is.
I am Atma Brahma.
I am Atma Brahma.
This Atman is Brahma.
One day, even the very idea
Of a spiritual path.
begins to dissolve, and then there remains only
Life.
becoming aware of itself. You cannot attain eternity, because everything that can be attained belongs to time. But there is something that was never born, and therefore will never die. Silence is not the opposite of noise. It is present.
Even within it,
You do not merge with reality. You simply stop
imagining yourself
as separate. The mind wants to possess truth,
but truth.
cannot be possessed.
One can only
Disappear into it,
when inner struggle.
comes to an end,
Even ordinary life,
begins to radiate.
a strange death.
You do not create love
Love remains.
when fear disappears.
Light does not require.
Confirmation,
It shines,
even when no one,
notices it.
and then
Even a simple moment of silence
opens itself
as an infinite space.
without center.
And without boundaries.
I am the universe. I am the universe. You do not arrive at completion. Completion comes when the one who constantly sought to continue the search disappears. Everything you once called your life was only a wave upon the surface of the infinite. But the depth itself was never born and never changed. You cannot see reality as an object, because it is that which looks through your eyes. When the inner division between me and the world disappears, even the silence of the air begins to shine. There is nothing that must be added in order to become whole. One only needs to stop believing in separation. All paths, all practices, all words ultimately lead to one simple silence. And within this silence, even the desire to name that which cannot be named disappears. You do not enter the light. The light was here before the appearance of any thought about you. And then even the word universe begins to dissolve. There remains only infinite awareness, without center, without boundaries, and without other. I am. And when the final attempt to hold on to yourself disappears, silence reveals itself not as emptiness, but as infinite fullness within this space. There is no longer a seeker, a path, or a goal. There is only the clear light of awareness. Even the word awareness becomes unnecessary, because there is nothing separate that could be aware. The world continues to move, the wind breathes through the trees, the stars are born and fade away. But within, there is no longer division. And then, the most ordinary moment becomes sacred, not because it is special, but because of the total presence of being. You no longer ask, who am I? Because the very space of the question dissolves into clarity. There is no longer any necessity to attain, explain, or prove, because reality does not require confirmation. It was here, before every thought about it. And then, even silence ceases to be silence. It becomes the boundless life, breathing through everything. I am. I am. golden gates from within. And this is your kingdom, your true home. It is the state of silence, infinity, emptiness and fullness, where everything exists and yet nothing remains. The senses and the mind are always searching for something to cling to. When there is nothing, they have nothing to grasp. When there is everything, they cannot contain it. The world of your home is higher than all worlds. You will never find it by wandering outside, but by descending into the depth of your own being. You will uncover the eternal mystery. Gaze upon the golden gates without fear. You have already lost everything. Now cast away the last chains. Take the final step. Leave the past behind. There is only that which is the gate stands before you. Enter.
Here I sit upon my invisible throne. Here I dwell among the blossoming lotuses. I am the greatest among the great. I am the Lord and the King, become one with three.
Take your rightful place. Repeat my wisdom, following the impulse of your inner heart. You have no eyes, yet you see all things. You have no ears, yet you hear all things. Who are you? You are consciousness, being, the world, joy, and love. You have been stripped of every quality and every attribute. You can do nothing, and you possess nothing. Yet the manifested universe lives through you, and you live through. Can it truly be said that you know anything? You know nothing, because you yourself are knowledge and the wisdom of the universe. I am the origin of all. I am the origin of all. When you reach me, you become the source from which all existence is born. This can be understood only by the one who climbs the mountain and reaches the summit where I abide. The shell of objective perception will fall away the moment you behold the higher realms. Slowly ascend the trunk of the tree of life. Such will be your journey in the outer world. The initiated know that they are returning to their own root, to the place from which everything arises. Everything depends upon you. your own goal, plan your own path, and accomplish what you have conceived. Every obstacle is nothing but your own thoughts and attitudes made visible. They teach you to act with beauty and wisdom, and through them your spirit matures. It is not enough merely to reach me. You must learn to remain with me always. I must never become a passing visitor in your life. The one who sits upon the summit has already risen above the world. The world no longer rules over him. It has become only his manifestation. Thus, the 7 gates remain behind. Having entered the 7th gate, you will never return as before.